Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 Western Showdown, the largest international women's curling event in Canada this season. We're so glad you've decided to join us to see some of the top female curlers in the world participate in this event. My name is Jim Grundy. I'm the branch director of RBC Dominion Securities here in Swift Current. Our branch is not only a huge fan and support of curling in our community, we're so proud to be supporting the Western Showdown for its inaugural year. RBC is committed to working with our community partners to promote and celebrate vibrancy in sport in the communities in which we live. Thank you to everyone from the Western Showdown team for putting together this amazing event. On behalf of RBC, enjoy the tournament.
Good morning and welcome to draw number 5 at the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown here in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. I'd like to welcome all the viewers tuning in for a B event matchup between Team Ashley Howard and Team Daniela Jentsch from Germany. My name is Chris Heikert, and you're stuck with me for the next couple hours as we sit back and enjoy this B-event game. Oh, even getting some camera time. I can even wave to all the viewers. Hello, everybody. Team Germany playing the soft hit and roll here. Makes an excellent shot, gets that 3/4 buried. Forces Team Howard to decide that it's game on. Ashley can't walk up and peel that stone because it is a 5-rock free guard zone rule. So she's electing to get a center guard up and time to get to business. Let's get some rocks in play, she says. Team Ashley Howard throwing the yellow stones this morning, and Team Jentsch out of Germany throwing the red stones. Notice here with Team Germany, they are missing a curler, playing shorthanded this whole weekend. They are meeting their coach, Uli Kapp, and Mia up in Grand Prairie, I believe, at the next Grand Slam next weekend. Due to work commitments back home, their player had to head back home, so they're playing three-handed this whole tournament. And brings some great discussion into play with regards to three-handed. I remember, I believe it was last year at the Brier, Team Brad Gushu had a member, Mark Nichols, go down with COVID. And they ended up playing three-handed for the remainder of the Brier and all throughout the playoffs. And with 3 members, I think probably the first time ever been done in the history of the sport, 3 of them went on to win the Brier and went on to the World Championships. So it can be done with 3 curlers out on the ice. Excellent shot by Team Howard with the straight run back and roll behind that corner guard. Geez, it's pretty early in the morning for shot making like that, but we've been treated to shots like that all day through day one of the first 4 draws yesterday. Some amazing curling by these ladies. Speaking of curling with 3, kind of the way teams are going about sweeping this year, and the thought process and the science behind it and what teams believe, you often only see one person sweeping at any given time anyways, whether it's to hold the rock straight or to make it curl. So definitely it can be done with 3, but you would have to think it would be at a bit of a disadvantage with regards to fatiguing when you're sleeping. Beautiful come around by Team Germany there. Ashley asking for her third to lock one on, and she does just that. That's a perfect shot, frozen to the face of that red one. Team Howard without the hammer here in the first end of play at the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown. Draw 5, day number 2. This one hanging out a hair wider. It ended up in a not too bad of a spot. Ashley thinking that if she hits this thin enough, third of a rock or less, she should be able to make both those cherries disappear and leave her lying 2 here without hammer in the first end. Great shot by Sarah England, the third here on Team Ashley Howard. Hitting slightly just thicker than a third of a rock. And getting rid of both those red ones there, leaving her lying 2, both buried and under cover. Sarah England recently took on a role with Curl Sask, the provincial curling governing body here in Saskatchewan. And many of you know her. She has deep-seated roots in this sport of curling. Looking like Daniela Jentsch asking for a soft weight shot here, trying to get at her red one that she can slightly see just behind the guard. Oh, so close to a perfect shot. It doesn't quite curl up enough. Leaving the yellow lying 2 and shooting here in the first end without the hammer. So how teams determine hammer in these games is with a draw to the button before the game starts. Both teams go out on the ice and they have a pre-game practice, each throwing 1 rock to the other end and 1 rock back. Then the skips do a draw to the button and they measure them. The closest one to the button gets to start with the hammer in the first end. Skipper Ashley Howard here looking for the outturn come around. Lock one right on the face of her yellow. And hopes to lie 3 when the dust settles here after this shot. Ashley won't be happy with that result. Looks like she was just a hair light. And that definitely affects the breaking point and when the rock starts to break. If you're a little lighter, it starts breaking a lot sooner. And she just tickles that guard, opening up shot rock there on the top of the forefoot. Daniela Jentsch in a little bit of trouble here in the first end, but she does have an out with that rock on the forefoot being exposed. Usually a good sign when the sweeper's just lightly cleaning the rock. And almost a bit of a line calling error there, I would assume. I believe the shot called was to hit and roll behind that corner guard, but the communication may not have been there, with the sweeper looking like she was trying to finish the rock to make it curl. They actually needed to hit that thinner to roll behind the corner guard. I'd like to welcome Team Ashley Howard's fans. Ashley Howard's partner upstairs intently watching. Yeah, the fans have been great so far through day one at this event. 8:30 this morning. It's a little bit quieter, but a few of the teams and a few of the fans enjoyed themselves in the Swift Lawn Care Lounge upstairs here at the Swift Current Curling Club. So maybe they're sleeping in with a little bit of a fat head here this morning, but I assure you the crowds have been excellent so far through one day of play. Just tickles off that guard. Leaving Daniela what believes to be a draw for 2. But now they're looking, is it possible to remove that yellow and a possible shot for 4? This comes down to the whole risk versus reward scenario. There are options to get at that yellow with a red run back, as you can see. Maybe a soft weight, hair the guard in turn, tap it out of the rings for 4. There are some options there for Germany, but it's the what risk do we want to take and what is the reward? And the risk of trying that run back and only ending up with 1 isn't worth that reward. So I believe with a high percentage draw here for 2, I think that's what you're going to see them opt to do here in the first end. The landscape has sure turned quickly here in the first end. With at one point yellow was drawing to lie 3 all buried. And only a few shots later, opportunities for Team Germany here to score a few points in the first end and take control of this game. So it's a draw here for 2 in the first end for Daniela Jentsch, team out of Germany. Again, always a good sign when the sweepers are just lightly cleaning the rock. I believe she has to get to the inside of the stone in order to score for 2 points. And she just comes up enough to grab a score of 2 here in the first end of play at the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown here in Swift Current.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Welcome back, all the viewers tuning in here bright and early for the second end of this B event matchup between Team Ashley Howard and Team Daniela Jentsch, throwing the Red Stones out of Germany. Team Germany with a score of 2 in the first end. And they waste no time throwing up a center guard. We've been treated to some fantastic ice here in Swift Current. Jason Broughton, the head ice maker. One of the best in this province, in my personal opinion. He has a great team out here working with him. Darren Gress, head ice maker at the Highland Curling Club in Regina, has come down to lend a hand for the big event here in the southwest Saskatchewan. And those two I know have paired up numerous times to create the ice for the provincial Scotties events, the provincial tankard events, and they just do a wonderful job. They treat the curlers with nice, quick, keen curling conditions with plenty of curl and consistency through all 8 to 10 ends. So as a curler, there's not much more we can ask for, and it's definitely conducive to high percentage shot making. Quite an interesting call here by the lead second shot here. Daniela asking for another center guard. Up 2 points. For the most part, you typically see the curlers possibly coming into the top 4 foot. But all teams have their own style of play, and it appears Daniela likes rocks in play. She's got 2 center guards up, and I think we're going to see that it's game on here in the second end with lots in play. And somebody surely to walk away here with some points. Looking across the ice on sheet 1, we have Team Robertson out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. They made the approximately 6, 7, 8 hour trek down here to Swift Current. They're battling Team Ackerman out of Saskatoon. Team Robertson up 1-0 after one end of play. On sheet 3, we have Team Kaiser out of Switzerland playing Team Rana out of Sweden. That's an A event semifinal matchup. Team Kaiser scoring 2 in the first end. Lots of finish there on that in-turn draw. Coming by the guard by over a foot. She gets that dead buried behind that center guard. Unfortunately, she's not shot rock. But as you can see, Team Howard is not all that excited about all those red stones congesting the control zone up in front of the house. So she's going to try to blast these and change the landscape a bit. Great shot by the front ender there on Team Howard with an excellent run back and kill 2 red stones. Sheet 4, we have Team Clancy Grandy. New, excellent curling team out of British Columbia. Up and comers for sure. They've played a few events. They've been in a few finals, even capturing the Martinsville title. I believe she beat Silvana Tiernzoni in the final of the Martinsville event earlier here in September. Playing Team Auckland out of Manitoba. Team Auckland has a spare this weekend, and it's none other than our local celebrity and one of the most talented imported curlers to our city that I've ever seen, Kelly Schaefer, formerly known as Kelly Wood, from Scotland. Kelly was here in 2010 for the Women's Worlds, and she ended up meeting a strapping young gentleman by the name of Jared Schaefer, who was the mayor at the time here for the city of Swift Current. And the sparks flew, and next thing you know, Jared, who works with RBC Dominion Securities, is throwing some money back at the sport in which I believe he loves. He's the title sponsor, him and his company, for this event this weekend, RBC Dominion Securities. Looking across all the sheets of ice, the Swift Current Curling Club is very fortunate to partner with some very supportive partners throughout our city. Very supportive of our curling club. And they make great partners and ensure that our club is able to host some of these world-class events. So with red rock, line shot rock on the button. Team Germany just looking for the center guard to protect that. I believe the goal was to cover that rock that's higher, that's on the center line. So it just undercurls slightly. But Team Howard realizing that they're in a bit of trouble here in the second end. So she's looking to run that red rock back into the rings again, and change the situation. Doesn't quite come up enough. Peels that rock off, rolls to the corner. And Team Germany will waste no time. They'll like to replace that rock pretty much in the exact same spot, maybe just with an inch or two more curl. Pretty much puts that in the exact same spot. You couldn't have carried that rock down and set it any closer to where that last guard was. Ashley looking at a few different options here. The angles aren't great for her, really on either side. So she's calling for the run back here, hopefully splash the rocks in the house and really change the shape of what the house looks like. Again, whether Sarah was a little wide or a little too much ice, the run back does not curl up enough. Peeling that center guard, but leaving the decision making quite simple for Daniela Jentsch here. She's going to try to put that rock back in the exact same spot. We'll see how close she can get to that. Sheet 5, we have Amber Holland, former Scotties champion. She's battling it out against Team Thompson. Holland's up 2-0 after the first end of play. And over on sheet 6, we have Team Yoshimura out of Japan. And they're up 2-0 over Team Ha from Korea. An all-Asian affair over on sheet 6. Team Yoshimura and Team Ha were both here last weekend for the S3 group Curling Stadium Series event, and Team Ha made it right to the final. Team Yoshimura, I believe, into the quarterfinals. So both two very talented teams, and they should have a good handle on this ice, being it's just their second event in 2 weekends here in the Swift Current Curling Club. Back to our featured game. Daniela's rock slightly over curls the spot she was looking for, and I believe there is a hole there, and Ashley Howard's going to waste no time. She's going to play a quiet bumper weight hit and roll to the corner. Here with the hammer in the second end. She's able to remove the top one to the back of the house and rolls, but doesn't quite remove that red. Leaving Germany's shot rock there kind of frozen on the button. And I think it's a no-brainer here. They're going to plug that hole up with the guard and be quite happy with how things sit. Like to give a big shout out to the City of Swift Current for partnering with the Swift Current Curling Club. They've been huge supporters of our organization and our curling club over the years, and just excellent to work with assisting us bringing these world-class events right here to our city in Swift Current. The City of Swift Current has hosted the 2010 and 2016 World Women's Curling Championships with huge success. Many of the curlers talk about the events and the first-class events that we're able to put on in this city. And the RBC Dominion Securities Showdown is no different. Looking for some late curl here to plug that hole off. And with a little Clayton wicks and ticks off that yellow guard, it rolls to a perfect spot, guarding that red one in the rings. Leaving red shot rock with one rock to come here in the second end. You can see at the top of the overhead camera there. What do you viewers think? Is there enough room to run that yellow rock back onto the red on the button? It has to go in at an angle, so it'll just have to hair that red center guard up there. Sarah England's having a great look at it, and I believe they think there's enough room to squeeze it by. So this is way above my skill level, knowledge, and ability here. But she's going with the in-turn on this. I would be playing the out-turn, but the reason I believe she's playing the in-turn is so that she puts the correct curl on the yellow rock she's driving back into the rings. So they are actually planning for the rock that they're hit to curl after they hit it. And she overcurls a little bit, racking on the guard. It'll be a steal of one for Team Germany over Team Ashley Howard after 2 ends of play here in Swift Current, Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan, you know Sasktel, because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With Sasktel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. Sasktel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sasktel.com/sponsorships.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Oh, welcome back here as we buckle down to kick off the third end of this B-event matchup here between Team Daniela Jentsch out of Germany and Team Ashley Howard from Regina, Saskatchewan. And just because I'm an armchair quarterback, I am going to question Team Germany throwing up the center guard when they are up 3. But I tell you what, there is a reason why they're out on the ice, and I'm up here in the stands paying my admission to come watch what they're doing. So it definitely appears that Daniela Jentsch is not scared of rocks in play and forcing the issue, so to speak. So getting that center guard up, she'd like to see rocks in play. With her ultimate goal here would be to force Team Howard to a single here in the third end. They call curling chess on ice, and it is without question that always on a odd end or going away from the glass. It's always a great scenario to force the other team to a point, which gives you the hammer in the home end coming home, which is ultimately the position teams like to be in. Then they can control their own destiny. So with Daniela Jentsch throwing up that center guard, she's saying that she wants to see rocks in play and would love to see Team Howard get forced to a single here in the third end. Plenty of noise out there out on the ice, which is just great. These ladies are into it. It is a $42,000 purse here in Swift Current, with the first place winner walking away with $12,000 from this event. It is a 28-team triple knockout with 8 qualifiers. And all 8 qualifiers are going to walk out of here with a little dinero, pad the bank accounts, and offset some of the expenses, because it certainly can't be cheap flying here from Germany, Korea, Japan, Sweden, Switzerland, Scotland. A lot of dollars get sunk into this sport. But that is the price of doing business for a lot of these high-performance athletes, and ultimately the top teams in the entire world, as they jockey for points within their own countries and throughout the world, with many of them ultimate goals of standing on the podium in 2026 at the Olympics in Italy. Speaking of Italy, Team Stefania Constantini out of Italy. She was here last weekend and they won the S3 Group Curling Stadium Showdown. Excellent team out of Italy, a lot of talent there with the skipper Constantini there winning an Olympic gold medal in the 2022 Olympics in the mixed doubles category. Great young curlers, and we're sure to see much more from them. You can tune in at 12 o'clock today as they battle it out in the B event against the team from Scotland. Pretty exciting here in Swift Current that we can have all these teams from all over the world, and arguably the top teams from all over the world right here in Speedy Creek. The fans have been in for a treat. Looking back at our game here, if Team Germany's plan is to get rocks in play, they've definitely accomplished that. With several guards up and several rocks behind the guards. Team Ashley Howard with 2 excellent come-arounds to get yellows behind those guards. Now Team Germany doing some damage control and looking for the freeze there on that one on the top floor. And that was an excellent shot as well too, by their second/third. Like to give a big shout out to our Sheet 2 sponsor, Pioneer Co-op, sponsoring this game that we are live streaming here on YouTube, Curling Zone, STBC Sports, Gem. All you viewers get to tune in, and we're quite happy with all the support we get from all the businesses here in Southwest Saskatchewan. Alrighty, I'll fess up. The general manager of Pioneer Co-op is standing right beside me. So I figured that was a good time for a Pioneer Co-op plug. Germany third here, looking for the come around. She's pillar to post on this one. Not a bad little shot. That stops in a pretty good position. And it's a good rock that Team Germany can use. The way those two red rocks are lined up, that is going to cause some concern for Team Howard. So I think you're going to see them want to get things juggled around a little bit because those angles aren't shaping up great. Looks like skipper Ashley Howard is calling for the intern come around right to their yellow rock. But if it does stop a little short, as long as they leave it half open, it'll be a rock they can use to promote. Just a dangerous situation on the right-hand side of the sheet because those reds are lined up perfectly for Team Germany. Sweepers pick this one up early. When they jump on it right out of the hand, it means one of two things. Either you're dead light or dead tight. I think we got a combination of both on that shot. Daniela Jentsch making her move. She threw those red rocks up there for a reason, and now I think you're going to see her try to promote that rock in the 12-foot. Back onto her red. Back onto the yellow to line shot rock. Good time to point out that any of our viewers, if you have any interest at all in commentating any of these games you see out there on the ice, it's just that simple. You can do it from the confines of your own couch, sitting in your pajamas. Going with a quiet weight shot here to promote those reds. Ends up hitting it a little bit too thin. And that was, without question, an opportunity lost there for Team Germany in an attempt to get shot rock. Oh, there's a nice shot of Swift Current Curling Club President Melody Robertson. Big thank you to her as she has been updating Curling Zone and Curl Sask websites with the live scoring end by end. Sarah with a nice draw into the rings. Plenty of curl, as you all can see from that shot. Typically, the curlers love to see curl and quick speed, and they have both of those scenarios here on the ice surface here in Swift Current. Just an excellent playing surface by Jason Broughton and his team. Plenty of rocks in play here, and definitely Team Germany seems to be a fan of many rocks in play, even with their 3-point lead. Playing the third end here in the B event action. Do some quick scoreboard watching for you here. The A event semifinal, Team Kaiser out of Switzerland playing Team Vrana from Sweden. And Team Kaiser is all over Vrana. taking 2 in the first, stealing 1 in the second, stealing 2 more in the third for a 5-0 lead after 3 ends of play in that A event action. The other A event semifinal, Team Grandy out of BC versus Team Auckland from Manitoba. They're all locked at 3 apiece through 3 ends of play. Well, with all that scoreboard watching, I missed what the call here was on this sheet, but I'm certainly you viewers did not. I'm assuming she's playing an out-turn come around to her red rock, with the ideal goal of corner freezing it to her red so she can utilize that on her next shot. Well, it's called curling for a reason, and we're about to see just why as this rock walks sideways. Real close to perfection. 2 options there, whether she was trying to come around that to the side of the button or corner freeze her red rock. That's in a pretty good position for her to possibly use on her next shot. Is Coach Victor Kroll, who is the national coach for the teams out of Switzerland. He's looking after Team Kaiser, Team Yagi, Team Tiranzoni, all from Switzerland. Many of you may know him from coaching Team Jennifer Jones. He hails from Sweden, I believe, and I wouldn't quote me on that. But he's been one heck of a curler and one heck of a coach throughout his time. And I think Team Switzerland is glad to have him on board as their national coach and a part of their team. And it looks like he is doing a good job because Team Kaiser from Switzerland kicking some butt here in this A event semifinal over Team Sweden. On our featured sheet here, plenty of rocks in play. As we kind of predicted at the start of the end when Germany threw up those center guards. Germany hoping to force Ashley Howard to 1 point, and as things sit right now, they have done just that. We have 3 rocks to play here with Team Howard's skipper's first stone here in the third end. I should probably be using the word gear effect a little more often, because certainly famous curler, famous commentator, and even more famous father of Ashley Howard is Russ Howard, who many of you may know from TSN Sports and plenty of world championships that he won back in the even 80s, 90s. Sorry to age you there, Russ. If I can, Russ, I will use the word gear effect. Ashley tickling the guard there on that one, and definitely Coach Howard might have a discussion with them. We've seen 3 or 4 now, especially 3 or 4 of Ashley's rocks all over curl. Matter of fact, I think every rock she's thrown so far has over curled. So few things to discuss there. Is that rock doing exactly what they think it's supposed to be doing, or do we just need to give a little more ice on some of those shots and give them a chance? Ashley's been very close to perfection, but tickling those guards results in poor results out of the thrown stones. So definitely a discussion from Coach, I think, will be coming after the game to try to tweak that These events are triple knockouts events, so you lose 3 games, you're out, but just because you lose a game doesn't mean you're out. So there's second lives and third lives you have. The goal being to qualify to make that championship 8, which will take place on Sunday, October 16th. Team Jentsch with her last rock here in the third end, looking to guard that yellow rock so Ashley can't promote it into the rings. And that was an excellent shot by the skipper from Germany. Those aren't easy, having to throw a high guard on a guard. A guard on a guard, they call it. More often than not, you see a disastrous scenario where your rock stops corner frozen exactly where you don't want it to on the other guard to make the run back real easy. But Daniela was able to throw up a high guard. And as far as Daniela is concerned, she's done her job to force that single, which is what she wanted to do here in the third end. Team Howard thinking they have a wide out-turn draw to catch a bigger piece of the forefoot than that red one in the top. And with a lot of the curl that we have on this ice, this shot is definitely there, and I think you're going to see her be very close. Ashley has excellent draw weight. Excellent delivery by Ashley Howard too. She has that token Howard slide, which is just textbook perfect. We call that pillar to post. The sweepers went on it, and Ashley comes up just light, so it will be a score of 1 for Team Howard. Score being 3-1 after 3 ends of play at the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 2022 Western Showdown, the largest international women's curling event in Canada this season. We're so glad you've decided to join us to see some of the top female curlers in the world participate in this event. My name is Jim Grundy. I'm the branch director of RBC Dominion Securities here in Swift Current. Our branch is not only a huge fan and support of curling in our community, we're so proud to be supporting the Western Showdown for its inaugural year. RBC is committed to working with our community partners to promote and celebrate vibrancy in sport in the communities in which we live. Thank you to everyone from the Western Showdown team for putting together this amazing event. On behalf of RBC, enjoy the tournament.
Welcome back. Bonjour. Konnichiwa. So on the break, I was working on my German, just so that I'm able to reach out to my German viewers a little better. It was a score of owns for Team Howard in the plays end. Did I just completely butcher that? It was a score of 1 in the try end. Playing the 4 end here. All right, I'll just stop now. Ashley Howard, center guard goes up. Team Jentsch out of Germany plays the come around, slips a little deep into the back of the 8-foot. And it's game on here. So Ashley being down 2 points without hammer. She's going to look for a steal here in this fourth end, and she's got 2 center guards up. She'd love to see lots of rocks in play. The 2 aggressive game styles of both these skips, I think you're definitely going to see that with Daniela calling the come around here. Daniela Jentsch with the in-turn come around to the top 4-foot. And she makes that one perfect. Dead buried around that center guard. Top 4-foot. Germany's got to be happy with the situation so far. The start of this fourth end. Does leave an opportunity for Ashley Howard's team to put an out-turn draw and lock one on that back one in the back 4-foot. Comes up a little bit light, over curls, racks on the guard, and with the gear effect, it spins off. I don't believe Daniela likes the situation of that red one in the back 4-foot, so she's going to start blasting some guards here, try to clean the front up a little bit. She gets the top rock with that peel. Daniela being up 3-1 with hammer. She's got a game plan of making sure she scores in this fourth end, an even end coming home to the glass. Ashley Howard calling for the in-turn freeze. Line looks absolutely perfect from my armchair quarterback spot behind the glass, as long as the weight's good. And she comes up a little bit light. Not sure if the ladies ate their Wheaties this morning, but just struggling a little bit to get the rocks into the positions where they need them. Just hold off until the draw's done, and then I can. But go right to the back. Right to the back there. A little bit of discussion here for Team Germany. It's the whole fight or flight. Do we want to fight this out and throw a draw in there? And are we happy with our 2 that are in the rings? Or do we want to flight and blast that front? Again, as I've clearly pointed out to you, there's not many curling shots I miss from behind the glass back here. And this is the shot I would be playing. I would be blasting those front yellow guards. Excellent shot by the third from Germany, clearing both those guards out of play and getting her shooter out of play as well. Now they are lying 2 with the hammer here in the fourth end with no guards in play. And a great situation shaping up for Team Germany. Couple different options here. Ashley calling for a little hit and roll over as an option. But I believe she either needs a guard or she should be out-turned, come around, freeze to that back one in the back forefoot. With the amount of curl out here, the rocks in the top 8 foot act as guards for her. And I believe an out-turn come around to that back one would be a perfect shot to put her in a situation to try to steal a point here in the fourth end. She taps it back a few feet, ultimately trying to create a wall with those red rocks in the back of the forefoot. And Ashley's goal is going to be to promote one of her yellows eventually back onto the button with the wall of yellow behind. It does set up a double here though for Team Germany. It's quite thin, but a quarter rock should blast both those yellows out. Looks like she was just playing the hit and roll, in which she makes. A couple different options for Ashley here now. You freeze that back red rock with an out-turn freeze. I personally think this rock she's tapping back you need to use in your favor, because it almost acts as a center guard, and you could possibly promote your yellow rock back, out-turn freeze. Several different options here. Ashley removes the red from the top, but doesn't kill the red stone, and this will leave Germany nose hit to lie 3. Nice shot by Sarah England as it moves that red rock off the top. Just from my armchair quarterback position, I really think that red rock she was going to need to use as a center guard. Germany wanting to be very careful not to roll to the center line and create a center guard. And they'll be happy with that result there. Ashley in a situation where does she have enough rocks left to bail? With red lying 3 and no guards. Is now the time to start blasting and eliminating reds, or is it too late for that? Do we have to make an aggressive offensive shot with a freeze or a draw of some sort here in the fourth end? Bruce Bruce Degg, local legend here at the Swift Current Curling Club. Him and I are just watching behind the sheet, and we figure that if you're down 3 and halfway through the game, it's too late to bail. You're in one now. You got to get an aggressive offensive shot here, which I think Ashley is trying. Hit and roll frozen would be a great shot by eliminating a red and accomplishing the freeze at the same time. Degree of difficulty is very tough. I've never missed this shot from behind the glass. But on the other side of the glass, it's definitely a different story. I've missed it many times on the other side of the glass. Sweepers pick this one up on and off. That typically means she's quite close. Looking for the hit and roll frozen, and it hits it a little too thin and rolls out of play. Some discussion here for Team Jentsch out of Germany. You really don't want to put this rock in a position where it can be used against you. Team Howard not with a pile of options here as they find themselves in trouble. So Team Germany not wanting to put this somewhere where it can be used against them. Just like in the court of law, where everything you say can and will be used against you. Out on the curling ice, everything you can and do may be used against you. Calling for the in-turn draw to the top of the house. Another option is just to throw an in-turn draw way out into the weeds, out in the 12-foot on the right-hand side of the sheet. You would then see Ashley Howard try to make the perfect freeze on the one in the back of the 4-foot. And that would leave Germany a shot to blast it out for her deuce and blow this game wide open. Always scary when you're throwing a rock towards the center of the rings. Sweepers right off it here as it comes into the top of the house. And it stops pretty much exactly where they wanted to see that rock stop. Top 4-foot. So I think that leaves Ashley with an in or an out turn. Firm weight shot through the hole, hit. And even if you hit it on the nose, get a little roll, that would be ideal. You're to the point where you're hoping the other team has a miss. I believe Ashley is calling for the just off nose double. To try to cut Germany down here in the 4th end. But it may be getting a little too late. Too little, too late to worry about just cutting teams down. I think you might see them decide to play the hit and roll for shot rock behind that red one out on the left. If she does have a quiet weight hit and roll, she can get shot rock. Kind of stuck in the middle there. I believe they were sweeping hard to make the double. And had they let that curl up a hair, it may have rolled for shot rock dead buried. Unfortunately, for Team Howard. It leaves the team out of Germany with an intern hit for 3. And to blow this game wide open, bright and early here on a Friday morning in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. Hoping for 3. I think Germany would be quite happy rolling out and even taking their 2. Intern hit and sticks the call here in the 4th end. And she makes a beautiful shot. Removing the yellow rock out of play, sticking in the rings, and scoring a 11, 12, 3. 3-ender here in the 4th end of the Swift Current RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown. We'll be back.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Sasktel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? Sasktel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Just got our shipment of logos here in for our next event, which is going to be the mixed doubles. As you can see, there's a few of them. There's roughly 20 logos per sheet to be put in for the mixed doubles, along with a couple extra little dots. But all our logos come from Jet Ice. They are the best logos to put in. We use them around the world, and they're very easy to install. As you can tell, this is the center ice logo that's going to be going in for the world. This is about a 4-footer by 10. It's going to look like $1 million. Their colors on their logos are always nice and vibrant. And like I said before, very easy to put in.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 2022 Western Showdown, the largest international women's curling event in Canada this season. We're so glad you've decided to join us to see some of the top female curlers in the world participate in this event. My name is Jim Grundy. I'm the branch director of RBC Dominion Securities here in Swift Current. Our branch is not only a huge fan and support of curling in our community, we're so proud to be supporting the Western Showdown for its inaugural year. RBC is committed to working with our community partners to promote and celebrate vibrancy in sport in the communities in which we live. Thank you to everyone from the Western Showdown team for putting together this amazing event. On behalf of RBC, enjoy the tournament.
Saskatchewan, you know Sasktel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With Sasktel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. Sasktel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sasktel.com/sponsorships.
And we are back to kick off the 5th end here of the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown here in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. Team Daniela Jentsch from Germany blowing this wide open here in the fourth end with a big 3-ball, taking a commanding 6-1 lead over Ashley Howard through 4 ends of play. And although I'm surprised Germany threw up a center guard, being up 6-1, you viewers may not be surprised because it seems like that's the MO of this Germany team, is to put lots of rocks in play and clog that center up. And it seems to be working for them. So center guard goes up, Ashley throws the corner. And they're looking for a come around, and she's game on here in the fifth end. Team Germany plays that out-turn come around. Ashley Howard needing some corner guards up, needs somewhere to hide. She's looking to score a couple here in the fifth end and get back into this game, so she gets 2 nice corner guards up. Team Germany with a couple in the center. And now it's time to have a brief discussion, I'm assuming in German, about how we want to attack this fifth end. Daniela would be more than happy to force Team Ashley Howard to a single here. But also being up 5 points, it's never a bad idea to blast as many rocks as you can and keep things as clean as possible. So some game discussion in German going on here at center ice. And I think they've formulated a plan. Loving the aggressiveness from this German team. She's calling for the out-turn come around and freeze to her rock on the top of the forefoot. Doing some quick scoreboard watching. We have a final out on the ice. It is Team Kaiser from Switzerland with handshakes after 4 ends of play in that A event quarterfinal matchup over Team Vrana from Sweden. The other A event semifinal matchup, you have Team Auckland up 4-3 over Team Grandy through 4 ends of play. Team Ha out of Korea blew things wide open against Team Yoshimura from Japan. Scores 6-1 on that sheet as well. Amber Holland and Team Thompson are still tied at 2 apiece. Ackerman up 3-2 over Team Robertson. And in our featured game, as you're watching, it is 6-1. Team Jentsch out of Germany over Team Ashley Howard from Regina, Saskatchewan. So 3 yellow guards to the side. Plenty of rocks in play for Team Howard to work with. Now you're going to see them try to bring the game into the rings. Team Germany sticking with their game plan of being aggressive. They're going to throw up a center guard. Excellent center guard by the third from Germany, plugging that hole up. Red Rocks, line 2. RBC Dominion Securities is a wealth management company located all across Canada, but definitely a big player here in the city of Swift Current. I would personally like to thank Jared Schaefer and his entire team at RBC here in Swift Current for their support and title sponsorship of this event this weekend. Without partners and sponsors such as them, events like this can't happen. And it's a big thank you completely to them for making sure that we're able to bring these curlers from all across the world right here into Swift Current, Saskatchewan to put on a performance on the ice for us. Looking to blow things up there and change the landscape, but it doesn't change much. Pile of guards out front. And I think you're going to see Team Germany with the outturn come around to the top of the 4-foot to lie 3 here. This team from Germany puts fairly active rotation on their stones when they throw. Let's count the rotations on this one. That's 1. We got 2. 5. We got 3. We got 4. We got 5. We got Sock. We got 7. And we got almost 8. Almost 8 full rotations start to stop that rock. And with an active, aggressive rotation like that, you're going to see the rocks run slightly straighter. And you'll notice Team Germany takes slightly less ice than many of the other teams they play. 8 rotations is plenty of rotations. Often the less handle you put on it, the more the rock will curl, but also the more inconsistent it may be. So there is a happy balance, a happy medium, and I think right around 4 rotations is close to ideal. Team Howard with the double peel, trying to open things up so they're able to get at those red rocks in the rings. And I think I got this German team figured out. They'll be throwing a guard up. They love their center guards. And so far, it seems to be working for them. These Team Germany ladies are affiliated with the military out of Germany. And one of our local golf celebrities here in town, Jeff Chambers, who runs a golf academy here at one of our golf courses, he took these ladies not once but twice and gave them some lessons at the driving range and in his golf academy before the event. And the Team Germany had a pile of fun. They ended up making a TikTok video. They had a pile of fun. Big thanks to Jeff for taking several teams to his golf academy while they've been down here in Swift Current, and just showing them the Southwest hospitality that we have to offer here in Swift Current. Team Ashley Howard, time to make her move, looking for the in-turn, come around through a very tight port, trying to get right to the button and shot rock. Little less rotation than Team Germany has on this stone. Looks like it might have been a hair heavy, but it was real close. They promote one of their yellow rocks into the rings, but not quite enough for shot rock, but good enough for second shot. Team Howard will be happy with that. They were ultimately looking to just get some yellows into the rings in hopes that they have a shot for possibly a couple when it comes down to Ashley Howard's last stone. We are bringing this live stream to you through the Curling Stadium platform, pushing this live stream feed to YouTube, CBC Sports, and many of these teams' Facebook pages to all across the world. I know the live streaming is quite popular in Japan. Granted, it's about 2 in the morning in Japan. There will still be several viewers tuned in, cheering on their team on Sheet 6, Team Yoshimura, playing the Koreans, Team Ha. Just amazing what Curling Stadium has been able to do, putting their infrastructure inside local curling clubs all across Canada and the world, and being able to bring to you, the viewer, all the action of all the events inside local curling clubs, including the one here in Swift Current. It's just an excellent opportunity for us to showcase our sport and give it the coverage it deserves. Daniela bounces off the guard a little bit. And now I wonder if it lines those guards up. I think you're going to have Sarah and Ashley have a really good look at how those are lined up front. Can we utilize those stones? In the event semi-final, Team Auckland with a steal at 2 in the 5th end to take a 5-2 lead. Again, as I mentioned, local curling legend Kelly Schaefer playing third for Team Auckland out of Manitoba. So although when it comes to them Blue Bombers, we don't cheer very hard for them Manitobans out here on the curling ice with our local legend out there, we're cheering for the Manitoba team. – Ashley looking for the run back. Depending on where these are lined up, oh, really close to hitting that rock and stopping in the forefoot to lie 2 all buried. The important thing was is she did move shot rock, and it now leaves yellow lying 1 with the hammer. Team Germany about to throw their last stone. Lots of guards in play. That looks like the wall of China. I'm not sure how you get around or through that. Unfortunately, in curling, you can't go over it. Daniela more than willing to concede 1 point here. That is her goal. So she's going to attempt an out-turn guard, ultimately placing her guard right in the middle of those 2 yellows, rendering them both useless. But this has to be very precise. Just a gentle clean from the front ender on Germany. Not so much are they sweeping for weight, but they're sweeping for the ideal line on this one to cover both those yellows. As you can see, it's slightly under curls, does not fully cover that outside one. And there's an opportunity for Ashley Howard to hair by that guard and possibly advance it onto the yellow to score 2 points. It was a real excellent attempt by Daniela. It was within an inch of being absolutely perfect. It still may do the trick, but for the most part, looking at the scoreboard, Team Howard's thinking 1 point just isn't enough. We have to find a way to score a deuce and get back into this. And I think you're going to see her try a board weight, half rock, run back to score her deuce. With board weight, that gives you a little bit of room to squeeze by the guard in an attempt to hit half a rock and score your 2 points here. Pay them to do it. Perfect. No, that sounds good. Sorry, I'm tied up. We have to bend on your signs up on the wall down at the end there. In the prior, and you can say, we support those guys. Yeah, you throw them in the corner, I'll do them. Thank you. All righty here. Just having a little conversation and I missed that, but it does appear like that. I missed it. I won't even comment. We'll be right back and I'll figure it out after this short break.
Saskatchewan, you know Sasktel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With Sasktel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. Sasktel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sasktel.com/sponsorships.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Alrighty, welcome back as we pick up action here in the 6th end. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked there on that last shot and I missed it. The viewers will have to type into the comments what happened there to keep me updated. Okay, on the screen we have a final. That's an A-event game. This is the other A-event qualifier, playing the 6th end here. And over on sheet 5, Amber, Holland versus Thompson, and Holland with a commanding 5-2 lead. And over on sheet 6, we have Team Yoshimura from Japan playing Team Ha from Korea. And the Koreans are up 6-4, but Yoshimura is battling back, playing the 5th end. In our featured matchup, it is 6-2 for Daniela Jentsch and her team from Germany over Ashley Howard. Team Germany with the hammer here in the 6th end. And by no surprise, Ashley gets her center guards up. And although I think the Germans would love to have a wide open, clean end here, I don't know if that is how this will all shake down from what I've seen so far. Calling for the outturn come around to the top of the house. Lots of nice finish here out there on the ice. That rock come by the guard by close to a foot, and as you can see, it's fully buried in the top 12 foot. Team Howard calling for the wide in-turn draw, and I think you're going to see them try to bring this rock right to the top of the button. She's do or die here for Howard, and I think you're going to see them get quite risky and quite aggressive going after a steal here. Comes up a little bit short of the rings, although that was not the plan. Guards are never a bad thing when you're down a few points, so it's not the end of the world. Team Daniela Jentsch from Germany here. I don't think they want any part of guards this end. Their goal is to keep things wide open and just score a point this end. So you're going to see some high heat coming here from the Germans to try to clean things up. Well, the high heat's on its way. She got away quite lucky with that one, as she does remove 2 guards, which is an excellent shot. Squeaks it by that red in the top of the rings. Ashley Howard, knowing she needs guards up and somewhere to hide, she's going to try to replace a high guard. Daniela will peel the high guard, and you'll see this play out for a couple shots until Team Howard makes their move and plays an in-turn come around to the top of the button. Over the Pluis logo, and then over the Nigel Yard Supply logo. Two local businesses that have been longtime supporters of the Swift Current Curling Club. I'd like to send a shout out to them. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, down at Pluis Automotive, they will take care of you. If you need a load of topsoil, the boys down at Nigel, they will also take care of you. Looking for the straight peel, I believe. Does come up close to nose, and she actually blasts everything, and that was one heck of a shot. Whether that was how they saw it all playing out, but that would be a 5 out of 4 on the scorecard, removing all the guards and leaving yourself one buried towards the side of the sheet. Has smiles on Team Germany all around. I even think that put a smile on Ashley Howard after she saw that. With the amount of curl here out on the ice, that rock in the top 12 foot can be utilized as a guard and somewhere to hide behind. And I would think Ashley Howard's making her move to get one wrapped around there to the top of the button as soon as she can. What a peach of a shot. Getting it almost fully buried in the top 4 foot around a rock that's in the top 12 foot. That just goes to show the excellent playing surface these curlers have. Again, Jason Broughton, the head ice technician. His right-hand man for this event, Darren Gress. Wayne Zurich, Mitch, and Alex Minkin. And the whole team that they have out here. Big thanks to them and the excellent work they do to provide these curlers with pristine playing conditions. I think everybody's happy with what's going on the ice surface right now. Ashley is going to throw up center guards as she shot rock, and Daniela has no problem peeling them. If this continues to play out, you're going to see Daniela having a draw to the full 4 foot for her 1 point here in the 6th end. Excellent guard put up by Sarah England. Directly in front of all those stones, and it leaves Daniela no option other than to just peel this stone. I think you would think that Ashley would love to see her try to run this yellow rock back in hopes that you just get a slight whisker of a hair miss and leave a guard up there, and so she can wrap another yellow around. Bit of discussion here on this shot, which exactly what they want to do. I believe there's some discussion of attempting to run that rock straight back, or can they use a light hack weight in turn and bump their red one over to the back side of the rings and roll their other yellow, exposing the yellow in the back. I believe that's what they're opting to do, kind of a backline weight. Come around that center guard and just bump your red one to the right and roll to the left, leaving you with several options on both sides of the sheet. So the rock doesn't quite curl up enough, and it might have been a little bit more weight than Daniela was hoping for. Just tickles the yellow and rolls out, but that was the miss that Team Howard was looking for. A steal of 1 is a great shot, or is a great for Howard, but a steal of 2 would be even better, and I think you're going to see her try to get 2 of her yellows into the rings here, put some pressure on the Germans. Team Ashley Howard electing to play the intern draw to the top of the 4-foot. Take a look at that camera angle at the amount of ice she's taking on this shot. Just goes to show the amount of curl that's out here. She's out into the 12-foot and the edge of the 8-foot, and she's looking to over curl the center line by a foot. Just a light clean by the sweepers for now. They make the switch to try to help it get some added curl. And it does get in there for second shot. It is not fully buried, which was the intended plan, but it's in an excellent position to promote on the next shot. Some discussion here from the Germans. I believe you're going to see them make a play on shot stone. And the question is whether they want to hit and roll a little bit away to the wings, or do they try to get right to the nose of that yellow one with a backline weight. A couple different options for her out there. Even looking at the angles to make a thin double. Daniela may be thinking a quarter rock makes that double. Leave her lying 1 in the top of the 12-foot. Looks like that's the decision that has been made. I believe she'll be throwing some heat on this one. Looking for approximately quarter rock to get herself out of trouble here in the 6th end. It's definitely got some steam on it. The sweeper is right off. She got a quarter rock and makes an excellent double, removing both of those yellows from play. Pistol of a shot from Daniela. Ashley Howard here is going to attempt that same intern come around she just played. Looks like they're taking about 2 inches less ice. And you're going to see Ashley try to wrap one around that rock right on top of the button. Ashley Howard and her team from Regina. One of Saskatchewan's top female curling teams, and you know they're going to be trying hard to represent our province at the upcoming Scotties in February. Comes up a little light from what they were hoping for. That will leave Daniela Jentsch and her team from Germany with a wide open hit and stick to score 2. And I think you'll see the gloves come off after this shot, if it's made. Gentle clean from the front end from Germany, looking for the hit and stick. And she does just that. Germany scoring 2 points here in the 8th end. And as expected, you see the gloves come off and the handshakes come out. Make that a final 8-2 for Team Daniela Jentsch from Germany over Team Ashley Howard from Regina. I'd like to thank you for tuning in with me this morning for the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown. The next draw starts at 12 p.m. sharp. Tune in and watch your favorite team as they compete here in Southwest Saskatchewan Swift Current. My name is Chris Heichert. Thank you for tuning in, and take care.